Dearest wishes of women trying to make ends meet. While women are honored on International Women's Day, March 8, many are trying to work hard to make ends meet. International Women's Day provides a special day in which women can relax and enjoy life alongside their family. In some places, however, women are busy getting on with their livelihoods, and for them March 3 is just a normal day. On the streets of Hanoi, it is not difficult to spot female elderly busy working hard to earn a living for the whole day. A garbage collector is busy even during nighttime. Their weather-beaten faces show how hard the work is. Go Ti Hong Han has spent the last 20 years working as a sanitation worker. She always reminds herself of the need to stay healthy in order to continue working regularly. Han says the happiest time is when she enjoys dinner with her family after work. A healthy family and obedient children are always special gifts for her. Bin is an elderly garbage collector at Ha Dong Market. Her wish is to earn enough money simply to purchase food and maintain her living expenses each day. Garbage collectors like this woman expect to sell all selected items to cover their daily expenses. No flowers and valuable gifts are on offer on International Women's Day. They only need good health so that they can continue earning a living.
Vietnam, Luxembourg step up trade and investment ties. Vietnam and Luxembourg have agreed to ramp up cooperation in the economic, financial, and investment fields to utilize incentives from the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, EVFTA, and the impending EU-Vietnam Investment Protection Agreement, EVIPA. The agreement was reached during recent working sessions held between representatives from Luxembourg's relevant agencies and Vietnamese ambassador to Belgium and Luxembourg Nguyen Van Thao. At these meetings, Luxembourg partners affirmed their willingness to coordinate with Vietnam in implementing a range of activities to mark 50 years diplomacy between the two countries in 2023. Currently, the Vietnamese embassy in Belgium cum Luxembourg is collaborating with relevant local agencies and businesses to prepare for a Vietnam-Luxembourg Business Forum which is scheduled to take place in October. In a meeting held with Daniel Lieberman, head of Supply Chain 4.0 Directorate at Luxembourg's Ministry of the Economy, Ambassador Thao highlighted the complementary nature of the two economies, suggesting both sides make full use of the opportunities presented by the EVFTA and facilitate the ratification of the EVIPA in the near future. They also agreed to increase reciprocal visits at all levels, and at the same time to devise future orientations for cooperation in spheres such as finance, logistics, high technology, tourism, and high-quality human resource training. While meeting with Nicolas Mackel, CEO of Luxembourg for Finance, the Agency for the Development of the Financial Center, Ambassador Thao spoke highly of Luxembourg's position as a global financial hub. Noting that Luxembourg has assisted Vietnam in accessing financial resources in such fields as innovation, smart infrastructure, green transport, and startups. Meeting with representatives of the Luxembourg Chamber of Commerce, the Vietnamese diplomat pointed out that there are bright prospects ahead for cooperation, especially when both sides make up important logistics gateways trying to make inroads into both the ASEAN and EU markets. At the meeting, both sides also affirmed their desires to create the optimal conditions possible for the business communities to promote their strengths in the fields of finance, aviation, tourism, and construction.
Nearly 300 Vietnamese fleeing Ukraine war zones arrive in Hanoi safely. First Vietnamese citizens fleeing war zones in Ukraine return safely to Hanoi, Vietnam. Vietnam Airlines flight VN89 touched down Hanoi Bai Airport runway at 11:27 a.m. local time, on March 8, bringing home 287 Vietnamese people fleeing war zones in Ukraine. The evacuees were warmly welcomed by their relatives and people who had waited for them at the airport for hours. Among them were many children who had fled the war zones with their parents. This is the first repatriation flight Vietnam has conducted to bring home Vietnamese evacuees from Bucharest, Romania. Bamboo Airways is expected to repatriate 270 evacuees from Warsaw, Poland, on March 10. Vietnam is carrying out a repatriation campaign for its citizens stranded in war zones in Ukraine following an armed conflict between Russia and Ukraine that occurred nearly 2 weeks ago. So far, half of approximately 7,000 Vietnamese nationals residing, working and studying in Ukraine have been evacuated to neighboring countries such as Romania, Poland, Moldova and Hungary to wait for repatriation flights or to move on to a third country. Thank you for watching the newsletter, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.